The redesigned 2018 Nissan Leaf electric car looks ready to compete with the likes of the Chevy Bolt and the Tesla Model 3. While it might not have a pile of pre-orders placed long before anyone saw a prototype, like the Tesla Model 3, the Leaf does have enough range to keep up with the Tesla's small EV, and you'll be getting a fully tested car to boot. What's coming with the second-generation Leaf? Here are our favorite key features. 1. Price. Building on the old Leaf's legacy of budget-minded electrification, the next-gen Leaf starts at $30,884. Of course, that's before any sort of tax incentives start to hit your pocketbook. That undercuts the closest competition. The Chevy Bolt starts at $37,496, nearly $8K more than the new Nissan, though there's a reason for the price difference. 2. Range. The Bolt has an EPA-rated 238-mile range, whereas the new Leaf has 150 miles of EPA-rated range, up from 107 on the current Leaf. Still, that's enough range to drive around during the day without worrying about running out of juice. Even in cold climates, that should be enough range during off months to take care of business. A Leaf with more range is expected to be ready for 2019. 3. The e-pedal switch. Activating the regenerative braking, where the car uses its own momentum to generate electricity, slowing the vehicle down in the process, on the second-gen Leaf is as easy as flipping the e-pedal switch. The system advertises one-pedal driving, a sign of active regenerative braking, and a ton of fun when you get used to it. Like the paddle on the back of the steering wheel on Chevrolet's Bolt, this system is great for managing your deceleration with just the throttle, but the actual brake pedal is there to handle things if you misjudge distances. 4. The styling. The styling for the old Leaf left something to be desired. It was sleek but not exactly exciting. The new Leaf might not be a Jaguar F-Type, but its more aggressive look is welcome. And the Nissan corporate face combined with blacked-out pillars looks good. This styling is more aggressive than the Chevy Bolt, but not quite as eye-catching as BMW's i3. 5. Driver aids. As EVs start to normalize, driving aids common in regular vehicles, like lane keep assist and adaptive cruise control, are starting to become more and more prevalent. Adaptive Cruise and Lane Keep Assist are coming to the redesigned Leaf, and should make it feel more upscale and high-tech. Of course, we won't know how well it works until we get behind the wheel. Look for more on the new Nissan Leaf in the coming months as we get real-world seat time.
As the dust is settling on the 2018 Nissan Leaf's recent unveiling, full details watch debut here. It's time to check out the newest EV's position in the ever-crowded plug-in landscape. The 2018 Leaf's pricing starts from $29,990, $30,875 in $885 destination, which works out to be net $23,375 after the federal tax credit. The range of the 40 kWh version is EPA estimated by Nissan at 150 miles. As you can from the chart above, at that range there really is no competitor for 2018 Nissan Leaf, at least until you get into the much longer ranges of the Chevy Bolt EV, and the Tesla offerings, those all for a fair shake more money. Is the new Leaf planned for the sweet spot, or just a random spot? We will find out when the car arrives in 50 Albanian-Lex US states and Europe in January. We should note, there will be another Leaf trim level added to the chart, but we will need to wait roughly a year for longer range higher performance 60 kWh EV, as Nissan promises that version's arrival is a 2019 model year car in late 2018. The E-Plus 2019 Nissan Leaf is pegged by the company to have more than 200 miles, think 215 to 200 miles, but wanting to sell as many 40 kWh copies as it can today. Nissan doesn't really want to talk so much about it right now. The new 2018 Leaf/40 kWh version is clearly targeted to once again dominate the lower spectrum of the EV market, and to take full advantage of the US federal credit, as its predecessor did. While the new Nissan Leaf likely won't be applying much pressure to the Tesla Model 3 or even the Chevrolet Bolt EV, that will come with the 2019 Leaf, it certainly puts the legion of 80 to 120-mile city compliance BEVs on notice, as in just one night Nissan has redefined what the definition of entry-level EV means to the Americans. Despite the fact the 40 kWh Leaf is now easily one of the most affordable EVs today, the battery capacity is not high enough to drive average price per mile down low enough to best the Tesla Model 3 or Chevrolet Bolt EV. The 40 kWh Leaf trim level currently sits in 4th place at $206 per kilowatt-hour.
Where the first-generation Nissan Leaf electric car was designed to stand out from the crowd with unique styling inside and out, the redesigned 2018 Leaf looks much more like a regular car. A longer driving range of around 150 miles on a charge also gives it more of a regular car feel. As reported Wednesday, Nissan will add a longer range version as a 2019 model. I took the 2018 Leaf for a quick spin in Las Vegas and tested two of its new high-tech features, e-pedal and ProPilot Assist. Besides looking more like a regular car, the Leaf also drives a lot like one. It accelerates smoothly and silently up to highway speeds with about as much gusto as you get from one of the small turbocharged gas engines that are under the hood of a growing percentage of compact cars. It's quick enough, though I wouldn't call it fast. Without any appreciable noise from the electric motor, wind noise on the highway seems more prominent, but it doesn't overwhelm the cabin. The Leaf is also easy to drive. The light effort steering feels natural when changing lanes and making turns, and large windows offer good views around the car. The suspension tuning delivers a controlled ride, and while it's on the firm side it didn't feel harsh. The standard e-pedal system is designed to make driving in traffic less taxing, and I was impressed with its overall seamlessness. The system is controlled by a switch on the center console, and when e-pedal is active the Leaf begins slowing the moment you begin lifting off the accelerator pedal. To do this, it uses regenerative braking from the electric motor and the stopping power of the car's conventional brakes. If you keep letting off the accelerator, the Leaf will come to a complete stop and hold itself until you press the pedal to go again. It didn't take long to get comfortable driving this way, and I could see it being a real benefit to drivers who slog through stop-and-go rush hour traffic on a regular basis. ProPilot Assist, meanwhile, is a system that will steer the Leaf to keep it in its lane and adjust the car's speed to maintain a desired following distance from traffic directly in front of you. I tested ProPilot Assist on the highway, and it had no trouble keeping the Leaf in its lane and decreasing speed to accommodate slower traffic. You must keep a hand on the steering wheel when using ProPilot Assist, and if the system thinks you've let go of the wheel it issues a series of alerts, first a visual warning, then an audible warning and finally a tap of the brakes, to get you to grab the wheel. ProPilot Assist is part of the Leaf's available tech package, which is a $2,200 option for the mid-level SV trim and less than $1,000 for the top SL version. Inside, the previous Leaf's separate upper and lower instrument panels have been replaced by a traditional panel, albeit one that contains a configurable 7-inch color screen. Next to the screen is a traditional analog speedometer, which is a little jarring to see next to a high-tech screen. The prior Leaf's funky gear selector knob remains, but the traditionally styled center console and dashboard wouldn't be out of place in one of Nissan's gas-powered cars. There is, however, an unfortunate amount of hard plastic in places you're likely to touch, like the upper portion of the doors and the center console next to your knee. Despite the redesign, some of the previous Leaf's negative characteristics have carried over. The rear seat footwells aren't deep, so you sit with your knees elevated at an uncomfortable angle. There's also a big ledge where the cargo floor and folded back seat meet, which compromises some of the versatility afforded by the hatchback body style. Even though the Leaf's design has been toned down, the level of available technology has been turned up. Will the Leaf's greater practicality and available high-tech features be enough to attract consumer interest amid low gas prices and a shift in preference to SUVs? With the 2018 Leaf scheduled to hit dealerships early next year, we'll know soon enough.